Welcome everybody back to Generation Stage Practice. It is a joy to have people do the Generation Stage Practice, just as it is a joy to have practitioners all over the world who do the various levels of the practice of living awareness. And I want to take a moment before we meditate and just review and renew, review the intentions behind Generation Stage, and renew our aspiration and our motivation together. So one of the things to keep in mind about the Generation Stage practice, both in its classical and pristine form, which we do not do, but in that form of Tibetan Buddhism, but also from the point of view of just truth. And that is that there is an actual reality and there is that which is always true. The actual reality for every single one of us is existence itself. Existence is an actual reality. The challenge for us all is how our concepts, our perceptions about any factor of reality, including ourself and our identity, how that set of concepts and set of perceptions then mitigate against our participation actually in actual reality. And I'll say more about that in a moment. And then that which is always true. In other words, it is non-deceptive. It is incontrovertible. It is in many ways ineffable. Even it cannot be worded, because if it were to be worded, it could be conceptualized, and then conceptualized means that it would be used sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad, and might not always be true. So consider something as completely non-deceptive, incapable of deception, therefore always true. We've used this image before in various levels of meditation practice. And why I want to use it this morning is for the fact that the condensation that we see as dew in the air and on the grass, that condensation is already innate to the air. We do not see the condensation in the air usually. We do not see the water molecules that are there, except when we see them as a rainbow, or we perceive them through the density of humidity. But normally, the water molecules that are in the air right now in the room in which you are sitting and in the nature all around you might not be perceptible. However, it is already there. It is innate. Similarly so, the qualities that you are generating are innate to you. You can't buy them. You can't go out and look for them somewhere else. Nobody can tap you on the head or on the shoulder or touch your heart and say to you, now you have. No, these qualities, no matter what you are generating, by what name, by what condition, by the image of a deity or no image of a deity, these qualities are innate to you. They always have been innate to you and never are not. Therefore, to understand this, to take the seat of awareness that acknowledges that these qualities, patience, compassion, Christ-like nature, the energy of Shakti and all that means to you and to your capacities any given moment of any given day, to generate medicine Buddha, and therefore the remedies, the antidotes, the perfect capacity to meet every moment, to generate Manjushri or Tara or any other being that one is generating, archangels and Metatron, etc. The qualities that you are drawn to and the um, wordage that you have chosen are harmonious, are resonant with you, because these qualities are that which are easily brought forefront by you, but they are already in you. Now, one could say that they are already in all beings, all sentient beings, and that would be so, but your focus is generation stage. Your focus is how to generate that which is already and always within you. So first, let us begin by simply stating that to oneself, and then bring forward the motivation. Bring forward the motivation to, at any given moment, all through our day, every day, not just Saturday for a half an hour, of course, to actually be responsible, be held accountable for this quality. And I say this because for most of you, you're generating one quality, or you think you're generating and being supported by one being. So play with that and let that begin to renew your aspiration, renew your motivation, and make more accessible the qualities that you are generating. Each of us is already, by the sheer fact of being incarnated, we have a set of perceptions. They are cultivated from the moment of our time in the womb, when the sounds through the amniotic fluid in our mother's belly, when those sounds are heard by us, the movements of our mother are heard by us, her heartbeat, her voice, etc., are all perceived by us. And so from the time that we are in the womb, we are already amassing a set of perceptions. We don't necessarily have a set of concepts yet, because there's no relation to what those sounds are. There's no visual image. There's no one telling us, this is the sound of a cat, this is the sound of a dog, that's the sound of an airplane or a tree falling. But let us understand that by the sheer fact of being in an incarnation, that we are privy to a whole set of delusions, to the veiling of illusion, and all through our perceptions. Now, that is not a condemning statement, nor do we have to feel that we are doomed to be free from these perceptions. No, that's the path of meditation. The path of meditation teaches us how to come inside, to change what's going on in our mind stream. Remember, mind stream includes our emotions, our sentiency, how we use the cognitive faculties that we have, and how we change our awareness. A lot of that will include how we change our identification of that which is inside, outside, to identify sky from earth, to look for the points of reference that tell us that sky is sky and earth is earth. But all of these are designations that are ascribed in the human mind as well as in the animalistic mind. But to awareness itself, which each of us is, of course, to awareness itself, actual, always true reality is already here. And the veiling of the delusions, of perceptions, concepts that go with those perceptions, and therefore abiding within a fundamentally illusory state on an ongoing basis, daily, then that is what's subject to change. We can change that. And meditation is a supreme path for that. And I hope that you are experiencing through whatever level of meditation that you are choosing to engage here with the practice, as well as any meditative practice that you have done before this, that you have in fact experienced that your level of delusion has decreased, that your level and scope of awareness has increased, and that your perceptions less and less hold you as a prisoner to the field of illusion. And thus, as we get ready to meditate, we want to remember that by holding ourselves accountable for the presence that we are, and therefore being in the present, here and now, letting the past slip away into the past, unless for some reason some piece of information from the past is of value factually to the current moment, then the past is gone. The past is gone. It is like water that has run down the stream. It is gone. And equally so, the future, it does not exist. It is like being in the summer and wishing for a snowflake. It does not exist. So, therefore, when we hold ourselves accountable and responsible for the joyous experience of the present as it is, of this moment as it is, of the actual true reality of everything as they are and as we are, then we will discover, moment by moment, consistently, more of that true nature that we are, called Buddha nature, Christ nature, monadic nature, triadal nature, spiritual nature, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. Those are just words. So the generation stage then is a set of reminders, a set of encouragements, and an overall aspiration that holds us accountable as practitioners to be present, to be as true as frequently as possible to who and what we are. And who and what we are is again monad, Buddha nature, Christ nature, a heart that functions through a mind and a set of perceptions and sense organs. We are a soul that has decided to incarnate. So all of these considerations and words that we learn as being spiritual students, we must shift our identity and hold ourselves accountable for that shift and for then living responsibly according to that which is in the most true fashion, that which is always true. We smile, wiggle our butts, shake it up a little bit, and then settle, sitting well, responsible to our body, responsible to the devas of this form, responsible to our meditation. We settle together, breathing in and breathing out. And then call forward the being or quality of being that you are generating. And in your mind's eye, bow to it as the incarnated person that you are. Bow to your always true inner nature. And for a moment, abide in the fact that whatever skills and qualities that we possess and live from as an incarnated being, they pale, absolutely pale, to the majesty and the glory and the limitless capacity of our true, full nature. So when the Master DK and other great saints and masters of the world remind us that the true teacher is the heart, and the true master of our life is the heart. Of course, the heart represents and is the ambassador of the higher nature, the refined, pure, always true, non-deceptive nature. So we bow in great humility and put ourselves in proper what? Proportion. And then breathe in. Breathe into the heart and into the ajna center. Just breathe in this deity or quality of deity. Breathe it in and become this beingness. And then let us sit and meditate. Being that radiance of being that truth of being that set of qualities that you have chosen to highlight, to bring forward, to express and demonstrate in the world. Let us meditate on the particular deity and qualities by becoming them, sitting in meditation, breathing in and breathing out. And let the qualities pour out into a very needy world. We incarnate for other beings. We don't incarnate for ourselves. Even the addressing of old past tendencies and karma, negative karma, cannot be redressed except through the kindness, the generosity, and the truth of being that we bring forward with other people and for other people. So in every way that it can be considered, our incarnation is not for ourselves. It is for other beings. So let us pour those qualities out to all beings, to the earth. Now, for the last few minutes, generate the qualities in every cell of your body, and then realize that your physical form is the manifestation of an energy form. Classically, we'd call that an etheric body, but it is the manifestation of pure energy. And then realize that all your emotions and sentient states are also pure energy, and these are the energy of awareness itself. And realize that mind is not simply cognition, not simply some sort of analysis or analytical capacity. Mind is awareness. So layer by layer, express that which is always true. Radiate into yourself and out from yourself, breathing in and breathing out. We smile and take a long, slow, deep breath to complete our sitting. And we hold ourselves in this renewal of our motivation and our understanding of the truth of being. We hold ourselves accountable to be this in the world and realize that just simply due to repetition, that the more frequently that we bring these qualities forward and remind ourselves of actual reality, the actual reality of what we are, and the always true nature of that, then with that repetition, not only do we bring it forward more frequently and the whole world benefits, but we ourselves become used to this truth and we undo our deluded states and we undo the illusory existence that we tend to believe in. We shift it all. Love you all. Create truth all through the day. Love you.